You can count calories like a machine and still lose to a switch you can't see. Fat cells don't swell because food exists. They swell when insulin tells them to. That's the part most people miss. In petri dishes, fat cells can float in a bath of calories and stay tiny until insulin shows up. Add insulin and they puff up within hours. In real life, the same story plays out every morning inside you, especially in the first 2 hours after you wake. If you get that window wrong, you spend the rest of the day in storage mode. Get it right, and your body finally uses the fuel you're carrying. Before we dive in, hit like if mornings are your weak spot, and subscribe for no-fluff, research-based videos that actually fit real life. In the comments, tell me your usual first sip or first bite. Coffee, cereal, toast, nothing? I read every one. Here's why mornings are quietly dangerous. A few hours before you wake, your stress hormone cortisol climbs on purpose to bring your brain online. Cortisol nudges your liver to release glucose so you're alert. Helpful, but there's a catch. That early rise makes many people temporarily more insulin resistant. Translation, your body needs more insulin than usual to handle the same food. Now imagine what happens when the first thing you do is slam a sugary breakfast or drink coffee on an empty stomach. You stacked cortisol, glucose, and a stimulus that pushes insulin higher. The signal your fat cells hear is loud and clear. Store. So no, you're not failing breakfast. Breakfast is failing you because it's mistimed and mismatched to your hormones. The fix isn't extreme. It's small, repeatable, and it starts before you ever open the fridge. When your feet hit the floor, do nothing food-related for a moment. Your body's already handing you a natural burst of wake-up energy. Use it. Sit with a notebook and plan the day. Walk for 10 minutes. Tidy the kitchen. Get sunlight on your eyes. These quiet moves do two things. They let that cortisol peak pass, and they cue your nervous system to downshift out of alarm mode. You'll be shocked how quickly the "I need to eat right now" voice turns into "I can wait a little." How long should you wait? Most people feel the difference at 45 to 90 minutes. You're not starving yourself, you're letting the dawn surge fade, so insulin doesn't have to shout. If you practice intermittent fasting, this is where it gets easier. If you prefer an early breakfast, that's fine too, just don't hit the kitchen the second you wake up. Give yourself that buffer and the rest of your plan starts to work. Now, when you do eat, slow it down and change the order. Breakfast has become dessert in disguise. Orange juice, sugary yogurt, instant oats, pastries. That's a glucose roller coaster with a crash waiting at 10:30. Instead, lead with protein and color. Eggs with spinach and salsa. Greek yogurt with a handful of berries and cinnamon. A thick protein shake with unsweetened almond milk and ice. You'll feel full longer, and your next meal won't feel like an emergency. If you want carbs at breakfast, put them after protein and veg. Same food, different order, different outcome. There's a mid-video reveal most people don't want to hear, but it's the key that unlocks the day. Delay your coffee until you've had your first bites, or pair it with a little protein. On an empty stomach, especially in that cortisol window, caffeine pushes glucose higher, and your body responds with more insulin to mop it up. That's why black coffee before food feels brilliant for 20 minutes, and then you're hunting for a muffin. Keep coffee, change its job. After your first bites, the jitters fade, the crash never comes, and the cup you love stops sabotaging your morning. What about the people who don't eat breakfast at all? Intermittent fasting can help, but it only works if you control the window, not if you accidentally fast with coffee and chaos and then destroy lunch. If you push your first meal later, keep water or unsweetened tea in reach, get that 10-minute walk, and break your fast with protein first. A clean, calm window beats a frantic, under-fueled one every time. Let's layer one more quiet upgrade that pays out fast. Starches aren't the enemy. Speed is. If you're going to have rice or potatoes, cook them ahead, cool them, and eat them chilled or gently rewarmed with something acidic, lemon juice, vinegar, or a little olive oil. Cooling changes a portion of the starch into a form your body digests more slowly. Slower arrival, smaller insulin call, steadier you. It's not a loophole, it's leverage. Now put this into a morning you can actually live with. Wake, water, sunlight if you can, 10 minutes of light movement. No kitchen for 45 to 90 minutes. When it's time, eat protein plus color and place carbs last. Coffee after the first bites or alongside a few spoonfuls of yogurt or a handful of almonds. If you're fasting, run the same pre-meal routine and break the fast with protein first. That's it. No heroics. just sequence and timing that cooperate with your hormones instead of fighting them. What changes when you do this for a week? Day 1 feels oddly calm. Day 2, you notice your first meeting doesn't come with eyelid gravity. By day 3 or 4, the 10:30 snack panic is a whisper. By day 5, evenings are quieter because the day didn't start on a roller coaster. Somewhere in there, your waistline starts telling the truth. It's not that you suddenly burn thousands of extra calories. It's that your insulin stops shouting long enough for your body to reach the fuel it's been carrying. Sleep ties the bow on all of this. Short nights crank cortisol the next morning, which cranks appetite and cravings, especially for fast carbs. If you want an easy win, protect the last 2 hours before bed. Close the kitchen, dim the lights, park your phone across the room. Nothing helps your morning like a night that isn't picking a fight with it. There are 2 places people blow this up, so let's close with them. First, the healthy breakfast, that's basically dessert. If your first meal is juice, fruit on the bottom yogurt, or instant oats with honey, you've built a spike and a crash. Keep the fruit, switch to plain Greek yogurt, add cinnamon, and move the sweet stuff to later or skip it. Second, the I earned it late dinner. The same plate that's tolerable at 6 p.m. turns into storage at 9 p.m. Shift those heavier carbs to lunch, keep dinner earlier and lighter, and you'll wake up different, literally. Let's lock your copy-paste morning switch. Wake, water, light movement, 45 to 90 minutes of no food, protein plus color, coffee after first bites, or with a bit of protein, carbs last if you include them, starches cooled and dressed when you do eat them, kitchen closed 2 hours before bed. Do this for 7 days. Not perfectly, consistently. Watch what happens when you finally time breakfast to the biology you already have. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. Drop a comment with your usual first sip or bite, and I'll reply with a tweak that fits this routine. And when you're done here, watch my breakdown on the late-night habit that silently rebuilds belly fat, because mornings and nights are either teammates or enemies, and you get to pick which.